What is going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. Thank you so much for being here again. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to spot two different things, okay? Because there's a lot of people actually confused and they're just drawing it wrong. They're just thinking, okay, this is an auto block when in fact it's not an auto block, it's just a POI, which by the way, let me put here, POI, it is just a point of interest, okay? It's a zone that we have to pay attention, right? Doesn't mean that you have to jump in right away in there, okay? No, it's a zone that you're focused on, and you're okay. I'm gonna keep my eyes on that zone and see if I can actually go somewhere from there, okay? If I can, if I can either make a decision to jump in or just let it pass, okay? It's very important to not get confused with that, and I'm gonna give you just a few tips right here that can help you actually detect this type of things and maybe just remove some noise, because I know that sometimes, for example, when the market is kind of dropping in this scenario right here, you see that you could have, oh, people would do like, there is an auto block right here, right? We do have an auto block right here in this area, and we do have also another order block right here in this area. So which of these two should I take? Should I go with this one? Should I go with this one? Same thing here, right? Should I actually go in this case with, I don't know, somewhere here there's an order block, or somewhere here there's an order block. So should I actually take this one and not this one? You know, which of those two should I actually take? And this is where it gets a little tricky, okay? Because not all the time is the same. You have to understand market structure, and you have to understand that in order for the market to move, the market needs to grab liquidity to make money, okay? To take liquidity out. So, since remember that this is their business, okay? Trading in going on the charts, trading in overall, it's their business. We're just here like cockroaches, right? Like very little in the markets, just literally trying to get some while they are actually taking millions of dollars. Okay, so what's happening is that let's go ahead and just review, right? Let's go ahead and see what the market is doing right here. We're seeing that the market is going, of course, we have an impulse. Now we have a pullback. The market kind of like just struggle a little bit to go higher, right? It does actually break a previous high right there, okay? And then after that, market drops, right? There's a little pullback, and it drops again very aggressively. So this is where we get confused. Okay, it dropped aggressively here, and it also leave a very nice OB, and also leave another nice OB at the top. So you are like, holy shit, should I take this one and go on a sell right here, or should I just wait and go for a sell actually here? Many people would place entries right away, like a sell limit order right here and a sell limit order right here. It's not bad, but when you're trying to be picky and to be more selective, you don't want to do that often. Okay, so in this case, what I'm going to show you right now, it's definitely going to help you improve. Okay, and you have to pay attention to a few little details. So, for example, in this drop, right, this clean drop right here, we do have two spikes, right? We have the first drop, then a little pullback, a little correction. It was not even a pullback; it was just a little, like a minor correction, and then big ass drop again, right? So this, I happen to notice that order blocks are actually formed and they are more effective. The ones that broke, for example, here you see that the market normally leave a like a spike. It breaks a previous high before the crash. That's what we want to see. We want to see the market actually breaking or inducing, right? Taking money first to the upside before it drops. You see what I mean? So if an order block is formed right here after seeing this, that's a good one. Believe me, that just take notes. That is a good order block. If you see in this scenario, you see what happens. This is a different scenario right here. You might think that this is an order block. You see that in this case, the market, it did not break a high, right? Instead, failed. The market just failed to create a new high, right? It drops from there. That means that this order block, I mean, it's still an order block, but it's not that effective. I'm talking about probabilities here. This is more effective than this one. Okay, so I'm just going to put it big right here. This is good, and this not good. And I'm going to put it red so you can see. All right, it's just a quick tip. Okay, now again, doesn't necessarily means that this order block is not going to work. It's not going to play out. No, it can still have some reactions in there. It's just that it's not that effective. Okay, same thing happened here. You see, is just a minor pullback. You see what's happened, right? You see the price starts dropping from there, and it does a little correction and then drops, right? When it drops right there and it starts getting back up, you're starting to think, oh my God, should I get in here or not? What should I do? You have to think also. Remember that the market has to take liquidity before it continues. Okay, that's how they make money. So if you're not seeing liquidity, it's because maybe you are the liquidity. So if you're considering an entering right here on a sale, right? You want to go actually on a sale. Just think about first where you are, what you're seeing right here. Okay, what type of order block are you seeing a movement like this? You always want to see like if the price is going to drop, you want to see like a little like for example in this case, you see that the market does creates a little high. It takes liquidity first, the big drop, right? You're not seeing that in here, right? You see what's happening. So in this case, this right here or potential order block is actually not an order block. This is a POI zone. Okay, it's a zone that you want to pay attention to. This is where the POI comes in. Okay, it is just a point of interest. Okay, so right here in this area, this is just your POI. Okay, it's a zone that you still need to watch, but doesn't mean that you have to get in or you have to place a sell limit order right away. Okay, no, it is just a point of interest for you to just to keep an eye. Okay. Oh, now I can't move the letters. So, okay, here we go. So this is my POI. I'm gonna put it here. Let me see if I can change. Do I have it? No, I don't. Okay, let's just make it. So this is a POI. The color a little darker, and I'm gonna save it as POI. Right? That's it. That's my POI. And where's the order block? Yes, sir. This is my potential order block. I'm not saying it will work right here 100% of the times. Again, you know, you know what the markets can do. If right here all of a sudden you have the NFP coming out, it can actually take you out, right? So this is good, right? What we're seeing right here, this is definitely my supply zone. And right here, you have to make a decision. You have to pay attention, okay? You don't necessarily have to jump in. Don't get me wrong, there's some times where the market will react just right there and it will crash directly from the POI, okay? That's why I'm saying this is a zone that you need to watch. You don't need to get in, but you need to watch. In this area, you see what happens. The market does take the previous high, right? It take it out, it gets the liquidity out before it drops. And here is the opposite. The market is failing to create a new high. So no, this is not good. So in this case, this would be my what? This would be my POI, right? And my order block in this case would be here. Okay? Do you get it now? I hope it makes sense. Trying to explain this as best as I can and as simple as I can. All right? You want to see a much better formation when it drops. Okay. Also understand that the market has to take liquidity. So this is your POI, right? That means that most likely above this highs is liquidity, right? The market is trying to induce or to get people or sellers to jump in here to continue to the downside. But this is my liquidity. Okay. So this is a POI zone. For them, the price just will continue pushing up to mitigate the order block to then drop. Okay. That's what's going to happen. In this scenario, I'm saying this as well. If you have this order block formation, you have this setup that I'm telling you. If the market, again, if the market does not show any type of liquidity, you want to see something like, if it is just straight up like that, be careful. If it is like this, maybe the price starts pushing up this way, makes more sense. Okay, it makes more sense because you know that this could be just a trend line liquidity, right? So the market is just going to take those highs. This is still liquidity uh, right there. So market will take the liquidity out before it drops. As long as you're seeing that, you see what I mean? If you see a straight line up directly to the zone, be careful because it could be a trap. And this is definitely not an order block. This is just a POI. I hope it makes sense. If it's necessary, just back it up a little bit and just rewatch the entire video. Okay? Let's go ahead and jump in now on the charts to see what examples I can give you there. So here we are on Euro USD. We can see just right quick here without going too far what the market is actually doing. So we just see that, okay, the market has recently uh, broken and created a break of structure to the upside. We do have a BOS right there. Price pushing up. All of a sudden, it starts fading. So what do we see in this drop? We see a couple of things. Let's try to draw our box from here. This is an aggressive sale, right? At least it does have imbalance. We do have a potential order block right here. Then the price did a little correction, a little pullback, and then another drop right there. Okay, so right here we do have another potential order block right here. It's not the best, but hey, we have two zones. Which one would you trust in this area? Look at what's happening. Look at what's happening. Let me put it right here. You see that this drop, you see this candle, the actual candle that is dropping right there, is not higher than this one right there. There is no inducement. You want to see inducement. You want to see the market actually breaking this high. Is it happening? No, it's not happening, right? That's why it's not that attractive. Right here, what do you see in this case in this area? In this little area right there, what do you see? The market is actually taking this high out. It took that high out, right? Right there with that little wick of the candle before actually dropping. The price pulling back, and then continue. So yes, it's a nice OB. It's not the best OB because I don't see imbalance. You see that liquidity maybe could have been above this high. That's the only thing. And maybe we did have that liquidity. But you see what I mean? That it's important to see, to pay attention to the candle, to the body of the candle. We normally want to see an inducement. Let's go ahead and try to keep looking just like this. You see, normally when there is an order block, like you see that the market is actually like it dropped really nice, and you think, okay, well that's a nice order block. If you go ahead and back test, you will see. Okay, you see this candle did not break like the actual candle that dropped, right? It did not break a previous high, so there is no break of a structure to the upside first before the drop, right? So if there is no drop like that, then in this case, this order block, it may still get mitigated, but it's not that strong. Normally, it won't. If you entered on an order block like this, you would normally go from here. Let's say you want to go from there, and normally you aim the previous low. That's your target. But you see, it did react it, but all of a sudden fails and just continues pushing up. So it is not the best. Let me see if I can actually look right quick for another setup for you. This is an area right here. We can see a few things. Let's start, for example, you see the market is keeps going down, breaking the structures, keeps breaking the structures to the downside. Even right here, you see that this drop, okay, was kind of nice. You know, it did have a big push. That push broke this little low right here. It broke it to the downside. So okay, that's a nice break. That's a potential order block. But I want to see, you see the previous candle, the candle that is dropping. I want to see this candle breaking, like having a spike up, right? Before, right? Taking the liquidity. I want the market to basically take liquidity. It's called liquidity, but inducing right there, right? Inducing, and after inducing, drop, right? That's what I want to see. But meanwhile, what is this? What is this zone then? What is it called? Should I get in here? Should I play my sell limit order right away? No, right? This is not an order block. This is just a POI. You need to watch this zone to see what's going to happen. If you start seeing maybe some reaction to that, and I don't know, maybe you're in a bigger time frame. You want to just go in smaller time frame right here in this area, and you want to see if now you see some reactions and now a second order block that where you can jump in. Well, maybe, right? But for the moment, this is just a POI. Okay, not necessarily means that is an order block. You see what I mean? So the market did okay. The market pushed actually higher. I don't know. Maybe it was touching this order block at the top. But again, this order block to me it didn't look attractive because I want to see the market taking down first before it drops. But somehow, hey, it did mitigate it. So I mentioned not necessarily. It doesn't mean that a market cannot react to a POI zone. Still. Let's see, anyways, what the market is doing right here. Started dropping, very nice. At least broke this low. This could be our maybe a boss right here. So this is our breakup structure to the downside. Automatically, you see that nice clean drop right there. You see what is happening here. The candle, that is dropping, breaks before it breaks the high, before it drops, right? It broke this high right there. So it is inducing before drop. So right here, there are plenty ways. Different people draw it different ways. You can draw the order block here from this candle, or take the order block from this candle, right? Let's say you took it that way. On that drop, again, I'm just doing it short right here. On that drop, you see we had the drop, but there's no inducement happening here. So let's say you want to take this candle, and you're also thinking about that this could be an order block as well. Since the market is dropping, you see now breaking another low right there, right? So you just want to perhaps wait and see if the market will react to some of those. So far, I would say this is my order block so far, and this is my POI. Okay, so let's go keep moving right here, and let's see what the market is showing. So far, okay, it did reacted nice to that point of interest, right? It did have a reaction, but so far, I really like my order block. We do have everything right here we're also looking for. We do have imbalance, right? That breakout happened. That actual impulse here caused the breakout of this previous low. So we do have a break of a structure with this impulse. So this to me, it's a very strong order block already. And this keep just let's keep just stretching it out until boom. This is what happens. You see? So this POI zone, it could have been like you could have taken the sale. Why not? Yes, you can. But I'm saying, guys, just try to focus on the really big ones. Okay, you could have entered there and maybe taken a stop. The take profit right there, because that's normally what we do in an order block. If you spot an order block, normally the target is the previous lows. So you want to take that one? I mean, fine. That's a 1, 2, 3, not bad. But in this one, now after the market inducing, because you see what the market did, you see now the liquidity in this right here when the price just dropped and pushed up. You see there's no liquidity. There's no liquidity in this area. The market just simply dropped and pushed up. You're not seeing liquidity right there. You want to take this sale? Fine by you. You want to take it? Cool. I personally would not take it. I would just wait. What happened? Above this size, look at the market just consolidated, kept consolidating all over this place. So there was just liquidity. The market was building up liquidity. What is this? This becomes a big ass resistance right there. So this is the more the market consolidates, believe me, if you're a retail trader, this is gonna kill you because most likely sellers are getting right here, right? They're placing the stop above the highs and they just wanna go selling, right? Keep holding because they just think the market is gonna continue crashing. Sometimes maybe you can catch some of the drops, yes, but hey, a ton of sellers are getting in here are getting in here, are getting in here, right? More and more sellers are getting in these zones, right? As soon as you know, these highs right here are filled with a bunch of money, a lot of the stop losses right here. The market knows the algorithm, because it's not that they have a person right there, oh, let's go buy or sell. They are using algorithms, right? Computers to do this thing. So these type of formations, these are patterns, and these are basically algorithm, right? The computers know when actually do the movement. So what happened, the best entry would have been at this order block, right? Your stop loss go here. That's the actual order block, right? And then your take profit at least to this low. That's a nice 1 to 7 risk reward. A lot better than the 1 to 3, right? A lot better, right? And if I don't even want to get into, if you want to refine and just make your order block a lot smaller, oh, if you want to learn more of that thing, just I recommend you go check in how I'm teaching right now. Just go on the website, teamprofitsenglish.com. You'll find out that I'm offering a bundle. There's a 30% discount right now on the bundle. You will get my course, mentorship, VIP signal group for life. Okay, it's a one-time payment. That's it. You're part of the team forever. So uh, this right here would have been a really, really nice setup. Okay, so I hope you guys understand now what a supply zone or order block and a POI or point of interest zone is. Okay, they can still react. The markets can still react to certain POIs, yes, but normally the order blocks that have this, everything that I just showed you in this video, right? We're looking for this type of things. You want to see a fake out. Basically, the price will take the previous lower, higher low. I'm sorry, higher high. It will take it before it drops, right? That is a nice order block that was created right there. Okay, if you don't see that, doesn't mean that you cannot take it. It's just that there's more probabilities. Okay, that's what we're trying actually to do in these days. Try to be more specific with our trades. Okay, it's not about the quantity but the quality of the trades you take. So if you're not seeing these things, you can maybe decide to ignore them. Okay, if you're seeing a potential order block, maybe you ignore them. I don't know, you can apply any type of plan. You want to say, I will get in, but maybe with a smallest lot size because it's not the best order block. You know, you can build up your plan based on that. All right, just giving you some free tips in here. So again, if you're interested in learning, just go ahead, check my website, give it a big thumbs up in this video if you really find that is helping you understand a lot better order blocks. If you find this content useful, please give it a big thumbs up. That's all I'm asking, and just make sure to subscribe again, for future videos. Thanks again, guys, for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.